Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where we are still in Idleshire to continue our Sage's job quest. And Läufer here was revealed as a victim of a scrupulous healer who used him and his friends for experiments. And his friends got taken by that charlatan again. Lala, have you any idea where they are by now? Ah, that's way. You will be pleased to hear that, in response to my latest report, my superiors have decided to spare no resources in the hunt for XIV. A remarkable change of policy given how they once considered the rumors to warrant only a cursory investigation before being dismissed. But in any event, with their assistance, it is only a matter of time before we find our man. While we await development, I ask that you continue owning your skills, and the better to contend with XIV when the time comes. I can't stand to be idle. I will join you if you're not averse. No, not at all. We would welcome it, in fact. As you can go no further with my limited knowledge, she would benefit from your guidance, and I dare say you stand to gain from the experience as well. As to how you might train, may I suggest lending a helping hand to the locals? The Dravanian hinterlands are home to many treasure hunters. Theirs is a dangerous line of work, and they often find themselves in trouble. If you speak with a representative, Midnight Dew, she should be able to direct you to her fellows who may require assistance. You're familiar with Midnight Dew? Yes? Lead the way. As I mentioned before, while I studied Somnonautics, I've never had a talent for spellcraft. In contrast, Läufer is capable of wielding sage magics freely. Though the potency of his abilities may be attributed to his enhancement, his finesse suggests a natural affinity for the art. Ease with you, I take it. Something I can help you with? I want to train to be a better healer. Oh, you want to help us? Aye, well, it's true enough. Wanting to make quick corn, there's some as a bite of more than they can chew. As a matter of fact, a few hunters have yet to return. They've had to mind to go and look for them. Reckon you could take care of it in my stead? Much obliged. Some especially nasty fiends have been out and about of late, and I'm hoping our friends haven't run afoul of them. Friends, I say, but they're more like family, and family looks after family. Aye, but they do. Watch yourselves out there, eh? And thanks again. To think that by subjecting me to the procedure, XIV gave me the ability to wield sage magic, the power to heal and to harm. And I will repay his gift by doing just that. With his death, his victims will finally be able to move on. But those are thoughts for another day. Let's be off and see if we can't find these hunters and any fiends that may be stalking them. Thanks again for volunteering to look for ours. Hopefully it's nothing, but if anyone needs help, we're counting on you. The creatures here are naturally strong. Could this be Gillivan's handiwork? Thank you. I thought I'd been able to handle the fiends, no matter how wrong I was. I owe you my life, and you can be sure I'll sing your praises to all who listen. Farewell. I'm glad we could help her, sparing her family with sorrow. Come, let us continue. Terrible wound. There's no time for training. I'll take care of it. Are you alright? What? I'm alive? How? Was it you? Yes, well, you were in a bad way, and I... Oh, thank you so much. My wife, she's with child, our firstborn. Wanted to earn as much coin as I could to provide for my family. But in my haste, I got reckless, took on jobs that were beyond me. But thanks to you, I still have my life and my family still have me. No more stupid risks. I won't squander the future you've given us. My thanks again, and the 12 bless you. He's got a lot to live for, doesn't he? You know, I used to dream about a future I knew I'd never see. About overcoming my illness and protecting the forest as a woodwarder, as is a duty of the era man. I wanted to repay my people for not giving up on me, my tribe and my master. I allowed myself to hope when I went with Gildevain, until the dream died once and for all in his laboratory, alongside those who were sacrificed in the pursuit of his twisted ambition. For the betterment of mankind, that depraved fiend took everything from me. Since then, I've been bent upon revenge, save that there was no purpose for my sage's power. But since meeting you and Lala, I feel as though I'm beginning to understand why the soul crystal was given to me. The hope that all might live to know a better tomorrow. There's a warmth and comfort in that. And a purpose. I won't fall again. Not when my friends, my family need me. Come what may, I will protect them. For that purpose and no other will I use my power. This I swear upon the crystal. Good. Soon we must confront Gildevain. If we are to triumph, we must trust each other with our lives. Are you prepared to trust yours to me? I do the best a fool can. You're still sore about that? Didn't realize you're so sensitive. Sorry, alright. Well, I believe it's enough training for one day. Let's head back to Idleshire. Hopefully the last allies have made progress. No new texts from Midnight Dew for the quest. Please. Please let them be alive. Ah, you're both back. Good. I have news to share regarding the hunt for Gildorain. First of all, we've located the villain. With the aid of a fellow operative, we measured unusual etheric activity in a cave in the Devanian Forelands. This is where he has made his base, and holds Mahort and Ansel. The two are alive, but more than that we could not ascertain. Hold on, my friends, we're coming to save you. We've also learned more about Gildorain himself, from an acquaintance of his in yesteryear. According to said acquaintance, after graduating from the studium, Gildorain completed further studies in various fields, somnotics most notably. For his skills and knowledge, he was made a professor of a faculty, and it was there that he met his wife, a fellow researcher and talented sage in her own rights. But one day, she fell gravely ill. Healers of various persuasions attempted to treat her, but her condition deteriorated rapidly, and she passed away not a week later. Gildorain was not the same man after that. Whatever tragedy he has known, I can muster no sympathy for him. Nor would you if you had seen the madness in his eyes, heard the malice in his voice. Mark my words, it wasn't for his wife that he mourned, but for the loss of a valuable resource. That is all people are to Gildorain. So it seems, whatever reason he may have had, he cannot be permitted to continue his depraved experiments. That being said, we cannot storm his cave just yet. His knowledge of somnotics makes him a dangerous opponent, and we must be amply prepared. To that end I have been working on a countermeasure, but it will take a little longer to complete. Meanwhile I must ask for your patience and your faith. As much as I wish to save Mahort and Ansel, it would be meaningless if we lost anyone in the process, so please, believe in me. Alright, I wait. When all is ready, we'll go and rescue Mahort and Ansel. Soon we'll rescue them and settle the score with Gildorain. Life ephemeral, path eternal. My apologies for the wait. The countermeasure is ready. As it is quite delicate, however, I will hold on to it until the moment of reckoning. Good, let's make for Gildorain's lair at once. Has there been further word on Mahort and Ansel? My fellow operatives report that your friends are still alive, and together we will ensure that they remain so. Thank you. Thank you. Though to me they are more than just friends. They are family. Our destination lies on the northeast of the Devanian Forelands, where the Som Al foothills meet the Thousand Throws. The cave entrance is just west of the springs. Understood. I go on ahead to scout out the area. This is it, Desiree. Gildorain's lair. Remember, our chief concern is Mahort and Ansel's safety. As for the countermeasure, it is a set of garments and beautiful special enchantment to shield you from Gildorain's influence. Should the worst come to the worst, it will keep you safe, and our hopes alive. As I mentioned, they are rather delicate, but I guarantee that they will last for this one battle. When you are ready to sally forth, I will have you change into them. During the battle, some of your gear will be glamoured. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. So, are you ready, Desiree? My heart, Ansel. What have you done to them, you bastard? My, such anger when you should instead feel joy for your friends. They have the opportunity to contribute to mankind's future. For the frailty of our flesh, so much knowledge and skill and experience are forever lost. An unconscionable and unacceptable waste. A lasting solution to the problem will not come without additional sacrifice. It is unavoidable, but you, my friend, you are an invaluable living specimen, and I give thanks for the opportunity to study you further. You monster, how many lives have been lost and torn apart by your twisted whims? You play the part of the indignant moralist well. Pity. As a fellow Charlian, I held out hope that you, at least, would come to appreciate my vision. Alas, you are as short-sighted as the rest. But no matter. You can yet serve a purpose. As a benchmark for my progress. Oh yes, all the elements are present for a test of strength. Mahot, Ansel, kill these self-righteous fools. Hold on, my friends, we'll save you. It should be possible to break Gildevain's control. You just need to find an opening. As for you, I would thank you never to call me a fellow Charlian. It sickens me to think of you as a compatriot. My, the animosity is fairly palpable. I had best make myself scarce. Let us begin with you, Ansel. Damn it, they're not in their right minds. And we have no choice but to subdue them. Wake up, Ansel, please. What will do, Mahot, your turn. Lightning gathers. We must head it off. Steady, my heart. Steady. Huh, so this is your limit. Another disappointment. But perhaps you can take one of these meddlers with you to the grave. Stay with me, my friends. We'll free you yet. Mahot, Ansel. Forgive me. I didn't want to hurt you. Would seem you possess a heightened affinity for the sage's art. But I should be blessed with such fine specimens for my research. You must see what else you can do. Yes, we must. Watch out! Returning the favor? What? You have a promise to keep. I won't fail. Not again. Through all the suffering and sacrifice, I'm still here. I'm still alive. And as long as I live, I refuse to let anyone else die on me. What say you, Mahot? Ansel? As if we needed to ask. Where you go, we follow. You know this. I believe in you too, Lifer. And you and Desiree both. Gildevain, you wanted to see what else we could do, right? Then come and find out. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Do not hold back, my dear subjects, for neither shall I. For the betterment of mankind, let us transcend the limits of our flesh together.
Man's frail flesh is his greatest flaw. If we're to evolve, we must break free of its confines.
You'll pay for all the lives you destroyed. Charlene will suffer your villainy no more.
This proving ground was prepared especially for you. I trust you won't mind if I harvest a sample or two. Come, let us test the edge of my scalpel.
Oh.
I'm quite experienced in the art of amputation. You won't feel a thing. You truly are fascinating specimens. Over things I will learn from your cadavers.
People are not your playthings, you fiend. You're disgusting. We won't let you get away this time. Damn you. Ansel, Desiree needs our help.
It has been a tremendous pleasure, my dear subjects, but all good things must come to an end.
Oh god, it's not this spell. Damn it, he's taking control of our minds again.
Oh, it seems our two sages of protection. Intrinsic and extrinsic respectively. Curiouser and curiouser.
Not good. At this rate, their mind will be irreparably damaged. This magic is derived from Somnonautics. If we destroy his new lives, we can break its hold.
Too clever by half. But you need to be quick too, else your comrades' brains will melt in their scalps.
Yes, we did it. Are you alright, my friends? I think so. Thank you.
Your successor is proving herself a nuisance, Artia. But unique as she is most definitely worth the trouble.
Laugh while you can. You won't be doing it much longer. This boat's ill. You must finish him quickly. Huh? What are we waiting for? Let's kill him and have done with it. No answer. It should be Läufer's decision. This power that I have, born of untold sacrifice. I swore that I would use it only to protect life, not take it. Gillivan will face justice back in his homeland, where he committed his most heinous crimes. I'm sorry, my friends. Lala, this crystal was your mother's and it rightfully belongs to you. It's already where it belongs. Through your deeds, bring honor to my mother's memory. I will strive to do the same, with my trusty sword and shield. With your blessing, I hereby take Gillivan into custody. He will be transported back to Sharlayan, where he will be tried by the Forum. While I tend to the necessary arrangements, you should return to Idleshire and have a rest. I will join you anon. This mercy is more than you deserve, but you will answer for your crimes. Every last one. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Do you not agree? Hatia, dearest. When I set out from Sharlayan, I wanted to reclaim my mother's soul crystal. I wanted it as a memento to remember her by. But I've come to realize that there's no better way to remember her than by the legacy of her deeds in life. She was the gentlest and noblest of women, one who never flinched in the face of danger when someone was in need of succor. And I will endeavor to do honor to that legacy by rising to the defense of those in need of protection. This includes Läufer and his friends, so in case you worry for them, don't. You should return to Idleshire as well. Gods know you deserve a rest too. We have a chance to see our mother again, and we owe it to you. For revenge we are prepared to die, but now we have a reason to live. You took your time. Let me guess, you were talking with your superiors and making arrangements to send us back to Sharlayan as well? No. We had a long and difficult conversation, I must confess. Though we were pleased that Gillivan would be returning to Sharlayan, alive no less, we were deeply disappointed to hear that the fugitives escaped, and that despite my best efforts I could not pick up that trail again. Though I don't exactly mistrust the Forum, I do have reason to believe that they knew more about Gillivan's activities than they were let on. Perhaps they were hoping for a resolution that wouldn't see the sordid details of his experiments brought to light. But now that's all going to be out in the open, and your innocence has been made plain, my superiors will no longer think to pursue you. You are free to begin anew, which is the very least you deserve after all you've suffered. Well now, you're surprisingly reasonable for a mull-headed Sharlayan. I beg your pardon, a simple thank you would have sufficed. I never asked for my power, but fate has decreed that I have them. And I will use them as they were intended, and fight for the future of all lives. I'll also seek a cure for the procedure's side effects. And when I succeed, my friends will finally be able to return home, save in the knowledge that they won't lose control again. We can't thank you enough for coming to our aid. Aye, if it weren't for you, we would have been dead or worse. We'd all but given up on ourselves and lived only for revenge. But you've given us a second chance and we won't waste it. We need Läufer and his research, of course, and it'll be as much for his sake as ours. For all his bravado, he can't stand to be alone. What? Aye, we thought that the Vieira man prefers solitude, but not our Läufer. Deep down, he's a lonely little boy. Ah! Family indeed. As a little girl, I regarded the sages of Eld with awe. The tales all were stern, nigh mythical figures, untouchable in their virtues and ideals. But the more I think on it, the more I'm convinced that these legends cannot have been so unlike us. No, they were ordinary folk who bore great love for friends and family, and that love extended to all life. Now more than ever, I see this love in my dear departed mother, and though I still have much and more to learn, ever will I endeavor to do her proud. Thank you, Desiree. I couldn't have learned this lesson, or accomplished my mission without you. As our work is done, our time together is over, but I shall linger in Eorzea a while, and hope to see more of you and hear your tales. Oh, to see you, Desiree. I recently had the pleasure of meeting my alumna, Alice, who told me about all your exploits. Suffice it to say, I was shocked to learn that a storied hero assisted me on my maiden mission. How are you of late? All is well thanks to you and your invaluable aid. XIV has been sent back to Sharlayan, where he will be tried by the Forum, and I have no doubt that he will get his just deserts. Meanwhile, I will stay in Eorzea for a time to broaden my horizons, with a view to eventually train as a healer like my mother. When I set out on that path, I shall have to ask you for some advice on spellcraft. As for Läufer and his fellows, they still seek a cure for the procedure's side effects. You might run into them at the hard place when not hard at work. They sometimes take a moment there to relax and unwind. Läufer is down after a few tankards, while my horde toss them back as if it were water. Answer tends to lose a little too much inhibition occasionally as to be restrained by the proprietor. In other words, they're like any other group of young folk, and it warms my heart to see this. What are your thoughts on the diary? By your asking this, I assume you have also read the diary to the end? No, I haven't. So let's continue reading it. Now we were to 9 here last episode, so 10 to 12. To my shame, I collapsed while treating a child. I do not recall ever seeing my husband so distressed. Touched how I am, I'd rather that he didn't fuss over me. He knows my prognosis. As sages, it's our duty to fight for the future of all lives. Soon I will no longer be able to fight this fight, but it's my hope that someone will carry on in my stead. To that end, I, Hatya, will pour myself into the soul crystal. My love, in case it's my last chance, I want you to know that I'm glad I met you. You made me the happiest woman, and even should I be reborn, the rest of her page has been torn away. Entries in another hand, 1 to 4. Gone, 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 to dust and dirt, a future cut short for no reason but that her body failed her. But the child lives. She may still serve a purpose. I have acquired a subject with a tolerance for muskmalloy, a Vieira who has taken the herb from childhood. Should I finally put the cavalcade of failures behind me and succeed, it would be a great step forward for all mankind. That genial woman continues to sniff around. So curious by half, I shall have to find a more private place to continue my work. And if she persists, well, it will be on her own hat. Who should I meet today but an adventurer as your soul crystal? I would be lying if I were to say I wasn't disappointed that you chose a vagabond over me. But no matter, I will continue my work. And I pray, my love, that one day you will forgive the man I had to become. Diary. By you asking this, I assume you have also read the diary to the end? I have dispelled the obfuscation enchantment in its entirety. There are no further entries. Judging from the content, it belonged to the Gildevain's wife, but with the handwriting change, it would appear he took over. I of course have other thoughts on the matter, but I'm not yet sure how to put them into words. For now, however, I will say this. I'm glad that it was you who inherited Hatier's legacy. Quite glad. Good. But I doubt they are actually here, because usually with my other character, when I looked, I didn't find them. No? Good. Then I would end the episode. Until next time, when we play something else in Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Mace, and don't get lost.